All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. We have another Democratic debate happening tonight, and it is happening at the top of the hour. There are all sorts of pre-event things going on, and we are going to be doing the actual debate we will do just over on Twitch, but I'll be here until the top of the hour on YouTube answering questions and doing other things. And this time we're actually doing the pre-show on both YouTube and Twitch. And then I believe that what I can do is at the top of the hour, just stop the YouTube feed and then restart it right after the debate for the post show. And I think I can do it all without interrupting anything over on Twitch. So that's the plan. At least that's what I'm going to try. It is going to be a very interesting debate tonight because we still do not actually have 100% results from Iowa. In a sense, we do, although technically they are sort of calling it 99% reporting. Because it's completely whacked out and there have been irregularities, incompetence, technical issues, and all sorts of different stuff. So first and foremost, one of the immediate questions tonight will be whether there are questions about the Iowa caucus process and results, whether Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg go after each other. And we've seen just in the last 24 hours, way more willingness, that is, from Bernie Sanders to go after Pete, even than we've seen from Bernie Sanders to go after Joe Biden throughout this entire campaign. So that will be very interesting. Will Joe Biden, after a disastrous performance in Iowa, remember, Joe Biden was polling second right behind Bernie and ended up coming in fourth as of right now, and not even ahead of Amy Klobuchar by that much. We are going to see whether Joe Biden comes out with more energy or aggression or whatever the case may be. I don't think that it was a strategy that Joe Biden was not high energy or aggressive. I think Joe Biden is just seeming very, very tired. So I don't know that it's something that's even up to him necessarily. So it's going to be a very interesting debate. And then we have on Tuesday the New Hampshire primary. And very quickly, we are going to get more numbers in terms of delegates. And looking there is now, I don't like it. I'm just reporting it to you. There is a Buttigieg surge. You can see the yellow line here, Pete Buttigieg, who had been slowly climbing. And then since the day of the Iowa caucuses, increasing, still not ahead, but increasing in, or sorry, no, that's Michael Bloomberg. What am I even pointing to? I'm pointing to the wrong line. Pete Buttigieg is over here. But Pete Buttigieg polling very well in some of the recent, no, this is not even, this is the wrong poll. I knew it looked wrong. Okay, this is New Hampshire. There it is. Buttigieg is the purple line. I was looking at the wrong thing. Those were national polls. Here is Buttigieg, where you see that in the days following the February 3rd Iowa poll, going up and almost tying Bernie Sanders. And of course, this is immediately getting people fired up about this is the DNC establishment's new darling. The DNC establishment realizes that Joe Biden maybe can't hack it. And the new strategy is to get behind Pete Buttigieg if and until Michael Bloomberg becomes viable. And then maybe we will see the establishment switch to Bloomberg. Here's what is really important to understand about the Stop Bernie movement. Oh, and I'm realizing I'm not quite set up for a stream here in my equipment that I have in front of me. The thing about the Stop Bernie movement is Bernie needs to win to be the nominee. The establishment merely needs to deny Bernie the nomination on the first round, by the first round of voting at the DNC, to allow the superdelegates in to give it to somebody else. So it's an asymmetrical battle in a sense, because if your goal is merely prevent Bernie from being, sort of like in football, you can run a prevent defense, which will restrict the offense. And you would only do that depending on what your objective is, right? If you're okay allowing a certain amount of yardage, but you don't want to give up a touchdown, for example, there's a type of football defense that you can run. In the same way, the DNC doesn't need to get a winner across the finish line before the convention or even at the first vote. They just need to deny that to Bernie. And then superdelegates can help them crown whoever it is they want to crown on the second ballot. And of course, they're also looking at changing the rules to allow superdelegates back in on the first ballot at the DNC. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't even worry about it because we are going to have plenty more time to talk about that in the future. I will take super chats and messages via Twitch subscriptions until the top of the hour when the debate starts. Let me say thank you to Economy12 for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Let me say thank you to Rhapsodies en Gras for subscribing with Twitch Prime with the message, keep up the good fight, Pac-Man. Darth Bane has subscribed for 6 months in a row with the message, yee, with many, many E's. And then Usgar has subscribed with Twitch Prime. If you are a Twitch user, I will be on Raj Royale, I believe it's called, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and that may be something that some of my Twitch followers are interested in. Let's go over to YouTube, where super chats are starting to trickle in. I wouldn't call it pour in, but they are trickling in. Hound Dog says, I definitely expect some fireworks tonight. Go Bernie. Herdcore Val says, in your honest opinion, how badly would Pete go against Trump? I can think of so many insults and positions that Trump can go after. I do not believe that Mayor Pete Buttigieg would do well against Donald Trump. I'm not talking about the voting. I know that we have hypothetical voting now that we can look at. I'm not talking about that. That'll change. I think that the public-facing campaign of Trump versus Buttigieg would not go particularly well for Buttigieg. Max says, how can we combat the DNC and media? So for the next 9 months, in the primary and in the final election, the way to do anything is to overwhelm the vote so drastically that foul play and shenanigans can't be the deciding factor. I've been saying that that's the reality for November, and it's essentially the same reality for the Democratic primary. We do have a hype train happening on Twitch, and I appreciate everybody who's participating. I want to say thanks to Eric Red 25 for the subscription, and Sam Zeldin. AC0510 has gifted 5 subscriptions. C-Note subscribed and says, how soon do you think establishment Democrats will have to all line up behind a candidate to pose the substantial threat to Bernie? So I was actually just talking about this. They only have to deny Bernie the nomination, and you can do that without aligning behind one establishment candidate. And we're going to talk about that quite a bit on Monday. Thanks to JP Dunphy for the YouTube channel membership. I appreciate that. As many of you know, we reached and surpassed 800,000 subscribers a few days ago live on stream. And we now are at closing in on 802,000, incredibly enough. Let's also look at some other messages coming in via Super Chat. Milan Davitkov says, how do you feel about Bernie going after Pete more directly? I tend to appreciate it. It's just time. I mean, that's the unfortunate reality, that it's what has to happen now. All candidates are going to have to take each other on more directly now that we're at this point in the campaign, and I expect to see some of it tonight. Sean King says, Deepak, what are your top 3 favorite books of all time? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've read, hundreds and hundreds of books. It's so hard to say. You'd have to give me a genre, maybe. Rock Lee says, is Yang saying he might pardon Trump disqualifying? I didn't see him say that, so I wouldn't be able to comment on that because I haven't seen it. Let me let you know that we do have a target tonight of 50 website members. We absolutely destroyed it. I think we got to 80 during the Iowa caucus or State of the Union stream last week, I think it was. We have a modest target of 50. We do still have my birthday coupon code available. My birthday was last Sunday. The coupon code 36 today saves you 60%. Isn't that insane? Yeah, it saves you 60% when you go to joinpacman.com and use that coupon code. New members will literally move the bar. This bar that's dark blue will start to fill up as people sign up. And I will thank you, and I will sing your praises, and I will just talk about what an incredible person you are. Case in point, let me give you an example of that. David Ross Mann just signed up. David Ross Mann is new member number 1 out of 50 today. And David Ross Mann is just an incredible person who I would be privileged to be stuck on a lifeboat with. Let me put it that way. Okay, if you're just joining us, we are waiting for the debate at the top of the hour. There is all sorts of discussion with Chris Christie and others happening right now because of copyright concerns. At the top of the hour, when the debate starts, we will go over to Twitch only. Okay, we will switch over to Twitch only at the top of the hour. I hope you'll follow us over there. Twitch.tv/David Pakman. We are already live there. Make sure to follow us there. The debate itself will be on Twitch, and then we'll be back on YouTube for the post-debate show. JP Dunphy says, do you think the Electoral College will be abolished to make one vote worth one vote again? It would be very difficult to abolish the Electoral College, but what could be possible is the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. Check out my videos on that. Over on Twitch, we are trying to complete the level 4 hype train. We only have 50 seconds and it's not looking good, but this would be a good time to either grab a subscription, Twitch Prime, regular, whatever. Trade Bear did that and subscribed for 1 month at tier 1. We're down to our last 34 seconds right now. And we did it. Uzgar just gave out 5 tier 1 community subscriptions. And we have now completed level 4 of the hype train. People on YouTube are disoriented. They look punch drunk because they don't know hype train, what the hell is going on. You'll see very quickly what it is when we switch over to Twitch at the top of the hour. Let me also say thanks to Mass Historia Podcast for subscribing, Night Traveler, Stun Ever, and T-Mac. T-Mac also. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And I also want to say thank you to Alex Harbolt. Alex Harbolt is new member number 2 of the evening at joinpacman.com. Other questions that are coming in. Madison 2019 says, how do we fix the primaries? I have a video that published, it must have been a half hour ago. Let me see here. I have a video that published very recently called Iowa Can No Longer Be First to Vote. And I outline in that video exactly how to fix the primaries, Madison. Lord and Master 14 says, hello, everyone. Aussie here. I'm hoping Bernie does well tonight. I do agree that he needs to go after Pete tonight. And if he's up to it, the DNC. I would be shocked if Bernie goes after the DNC tonight. I would be absolutely shocked. Let me say thank you to K Hearts for subscribing on Twitch. Free Will 87, thank you for the sub. Imperfect 1091, thank you. And Hermpees with the message, Pacman has the best hair. Yeah, it's under control today. It might explode if Bernie goes after the DNC. Let's see here. Rock Lee says, Liz can't keep up with Bernie's fundraising for long. Yeah, let's actually look at the polling. I actually believe that it's over for Elizabeth Warren. I have a long time sort of colleague, acquaintance who's been working with Elizabeth Warren for a long time. Look at where she peaked here, almost tying Joe Biden back in October. And it has been a straight decline. Now, admittedly, it's been basically level since the end of November, but Liz just has no momentum. And she ended up sort of a distant third in Iowa. In New Hampshire, Elizabeth Warren now is a distant third. In Nevada, Elizabeth Warren is again polling a distant third, as you can see here. In South Carolina, Elizabeth Warren is, where is Warren? Warren is polling 4th, and it's not Luke. Just out of curiosity, where is Warren in California? Okay, in California, she's still competing. She's actually tied statistically for 2nd place with Joe Biden. I would be shocked at this point if Elizabeth Warren's campaign makes a comeback. I just don't see it. It just seems extraordinarily unlikely. The momentum has deflated. Let me say thanks to a few other people for their Twitch subscriptions. Mint Cheese has subscribed. Chris G. Little, or Chris Glittle, has subscribed and is a 7-month subscriber. Thanks for the bits to Inawi and Veggie Boy. Johnny Z06 has subscribed with Prime, and Zarin Stone has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Sean Walker sends a super chat. Daniel Krieger says, I appreciate you so much. Daniel, I appreciate you. Daniel is like a David Pakman Show all-star. Daniel regularly super chats. I'm pretty sure Daniel is a website member at joinpacman.com and is just an all-around good guy. So I appreciate that. If you're just joining us, we are about 15 minutes away from the Democratic debate in advance of the New Hampshire primary. We are going to, at the top of the hour for copyright purposes, with peace and love, we will go over to Twitch. That's where the debate analysis live will be. And then we'll restart on YouTube for the post show. Twitch.tv/David Pakman. It seems safer for these debates. So we will be over there. But until then, I will keep answering questions via Super Chat and Twitch messages. I will also thank new members. I want to say thank you to Rebecca Belcher. Rebecca Belcher is new member number 3 on my website. The game is we want to fill this entire bar up. And every time someone signs up at joinpakman.com, the bar fills up. Luke Brown, filling it up a little bit more. Luke Brown is new member number 5 of the evening. Thanks, Luke. I really appreciate that. Casual Thursday says via, oh no, my chess trophy is actually blocking my view of the super chat. Let me see if I can get this out of the way. Hold on. This was one of the gag birthday gifts that the David Pakman Show team sent me. It's a chess trophy, and it says David Pakman Show chess champion. I guess it's kind of hard to see. So far, there's only been one game adjudicating that. I defeated producer Pat, who never plays chess, in a game of chess before the new year, before vacation, and I'm the de facto chess champion. But we will be having a big David Pakman Show chess tournament soon, and then somebody else may get their own trophy. Okay, so Casual Thursday says, we are on a level 69 hype train straight to authoritarianism. How would you rate the Bernie hype train to the Trump hype train, David, based on clear numerical levels, of course? I have no idea what you're talking about, but you seem fired up, and I'm fired up for tonight's debate as well. Matt Stone says, what other tricks does the DNC have up its sleeve over the next few months? Well, remember, the DNC is waging asymmetrical warfare. The DNC needs only to deny Bernie the candidacy, the nomination before the first vote at the DNC. They don't need anyone to win. They just need to run interference, all right? So that is going to inform their tactics and strategy. Tony Izzo says, I've been told that Trump could conceivably run in 2024 because impeachment nullified his term. Despite what the Constitution says, is that possible? No, that is not possible. That is not possible. Gordy, I mean, listen, he can try it, but it would be illegal. Gordie Howe says, where is Lewis? Oh, Lewis left the show 4 years ago. He's not been around for 4 years. Justin Gurley says, should Bernie's messages on the healthcare debate go after the upper management where the money goes and explain the only way insurance companies make money is to deny coverage of people? That's not totally right, because there are rules about the percentage of premiums that have to be paid back out in benefits. Otherwise, the insurance companies owe subscribers a refund. But we're in the weeds. And I don't know that that's actually the best thing for Bernie to talk about. It's a little bit confused. Let me say thanks over on Twitch to Dartunian for the Twitch Prime subscription. Stun Ever has gifted a subscription. Mr. Dudeman 3000 has subscribed with Prime. And Richo B has subscribed with Prime. If you're joining us for copyright reasons, at the top of the hour when the debate starts, we will stream the debate live only on Twitch, okay? Twitch.tv/David Pakman. So I hope you fine folks will follow me over there. We'll have analysis during the debate if we don't get shut down. And then as soon as the debate's over, we'll kick back on the YouTube stream and come back over here. A question for the Yang gangers and the Tulsi supporters in my audience: when will they rocket and take over the race? Because I know that there are a lot of people in my audience who feel strongly that it's going to happen, and it's just a question of when. So my question is, when? When is it that is going to happen? I want to know. Let me say thanks to Connor Cahoon, who is new member number 5 tonight at joinpakman.com. Also want to say thanks to Oliver Starr, who's new member number 6 at joinpakman.com. I appreciate that. Edson Garcia says, now that Warren doesn't have a shot at the nomination, will you endorse Bernie? I'm not endorsing anyone, but I think it's pretty clear at this point. There are 2 candidates, Bernie and Biden. Who do you think I'm voting for, right? I mean, it's down to the 2 of them, and I am not a Biden guy. The Tadger says, David, if I give a big super chat, can you donate it to Bernie? I'm Irish and I want to influence foreign elections. That would be illegal, and I would never do anything like that. Jimmy Bignut says, D-Cuck, you seen 538's latest projection? I have not. But I will, maybe someone can tell me what it is. Sean Walker says, dude, give a shout out to System 76, please. All right. Bernie's bro. Bernie wins delegate count once errors are fixed. Yeah, well, I have no idea. I anticipated that in the end, the delegate count would be within one for the two leading candidates. That's where it is right now. Maybe it'll flip. I'm not sure. If you look down here, you do see that Bernie won the final popular vote by about 2650, but is shy on the SDEs. It's a terrible system, of course, and we'll see ultimately what the numbers are. Okay, let me say thanks to Akeem Farrow. Akeem Farrow is new member number 7 today at joinpacman.com. So something very cool happened today. I found out about 2 celebrities who are not publicly political, okay? Public figures, let me call them, instead of celebrities, that are big David Pakman Show fans. I'm not going to say who they are because I don't even know if their politics are known, but it was extremely exciting, and maybe someday the story will be told. I think it would be a very, very interesting story to a lot of people in the audience. Let me say thank you to Rattlehead Mega for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Remember that at the top of the hour, we are going to be doing the live debate stream only on Twitch for copyright reasons. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. People know what's going on, I think. And then we'll come back for a post-debate show back onto YouTube, and we'll hopefully keep the entire thing going on Twitch the entire time. Let's see here. Captain Crunch says, you happen to know how many of those delegates were a coin toss win for Buttigieg in Iowa? Saw a video where he won at least one that way on Twitter. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but any system that uses coin flips is not a system I think is a good system. Matt Stone says, if Bernie wins the most delegates but gets denied the nomination by superdelegates, what do you think would happen? I think there would be outrage. And then I think that he still wouldn't get the nomination because that's just the way these things kind of go. Nick Theodoro is new member number 8 at joinpacman.com. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate that. For people wondering about these memberships, Sunday was my birthday and we set up a coupon code 36 today. It's a 60% discount and it'll apply to any membership at joinpacman.com. And you save 60% and your name pops up and the blue bar gets filled in and I thank you. And everybody's just so happy when it happens. So I recommend it. Let's see here. Bob225-ish says, sad the Republican Party nominated Trump fairly in 2016, while the DNC sabotages, as William Shatner says, Bernie in any way. I'm convinced that if he loses, it's DNC. I will only vote Bernie. Well, that's a problem. I understand the frustration, but we want to get Trump out. That getting Trump out has to be a top priority. Kowalski from Nebraska, have some subsidized corn money. I'm a farmer, by the way. Yeah, Kowalski called into my show the other day, assuming it's the same Kowalski. And afterwards, I got a bunch of emails from people saying that Kowalski is a regular Sam Cedar caller and that he was that it was a sign of infidelity to Sam Cedar that Kowalski called into my show. And people were all worked up about it. I don't know if any of it's true, to be totally honest. Who's your daddy? Says, response to the saying nothing that requires the labor of others is a basic human right in regards to healthcare. I get stuck when people bring this up a lot. Nothing that requires the labor of others is a basic human right. Well, you don't have to defend it if they can't justify it. Why? Who says that? Why? Nothing that requires the labor of others is a basic human right. Make the person who makes that assertion actually defend it, because I don't know that it's obvious to me that that's the case. Let me say thank you to Rayello for subscribing with Twitch Prime. We are now at 871 Twitch subscribers, and I would love to get to 1,000 Twitch subscribers today. We will be doing the live stream. We're doing the pre-show on YouTube and Twitch. Some of you know the trouble we've had streaming debates on YouTube. We've had some trouble on Twitch as well, but less. So at the top of the hour, we will kind of like pinch off the YouTube stream, as it effectively will be, and be only over on Twitch. But then if things go well, I will be back for the post show on YouTube. You can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/David Pakman. Make sure you're following us there. Let me say thank you to Kim Dump Trump Wallace. Kim Dump Trump Wallace is new member number 9 of the evening at joinpakman.com. JBPVFL says, hi, David. Been following for several months after Tim Pool recommended your channel in order to get a good left-leaning channel so as to not only hear one side. That's interesting because Tim Pool claims to also be on the left. So it's interesting you had to come to me to get the other side. That's interesting. Would love to see you and Tim do a collaboration from time to time. Tim and I have something cooking, okay? And it doesn't matter what you think of Tim. We have something cooking that's exciting, but I cannot announce it today. Heads or Head says, happy late birthday, Pack. Looking 26 at 36 is magic. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me also say thank you to Genial Shot for the Twitch subscription, Chief Mr. Freeze, and Shihun. Okay, on that note, I am now going to shut down the YouTube stream. Please join us for continuing coverage, hopefully uninterrupted coverage, over on Twitch, twitch.tv/David Pakman. I'm already live on Twitch. Join me there right now. The debates